update for week 19, days 127 through 130. So day 127, took a zero in Cascade Lock, so we hitched back for trail days. So really fun event. There were a bunch of booths like for gear and trail food. So food is like my favorite thing to talk about, so I'm going to talk about that first. There were a couple great vendors there. So Outdoor Herbivore was there, which is one of my favorite backpacking meal companies. And there was also this new company out of Bend called Food for the Soul. So I got some stuff from there. And then there's also this cool new company called Trail Butter, and it's like a squeezy tube of like a mix of almond, cashew, and I'm not sure if there's peanut, I can't remember, butters, and there's stuff mixed in, so it's kind of chunky. So it's an easy way to get a lot of calories while you're moving like this. So it's almost like trail mix, but it's a butter. So it's like a chunky nut butter. But anyway, it's almost like a meal because you like chew it. So anyway, that's one of my favorite things now to have on trail. So I'll have to go online to see if they have like bulk orders or something. But anyway, some great vendors. Some vendors that I thought would be there were not. So Big Agnes wasn't there. I thought maybe Patagonia would be there. So the bigger brands, it seemed like weren't totally there, but that's okay. And there was a booth that like fixed your gear. So pretty cool event, raffles and all that stuff. And I got to see people from the desert that I haven't seen in a really long time. So that was really great. Kind of like a reunion in a way. So yeah, great event. Day 128, headed out of Cascade Locks. Got a ride with Himalaya, so thank you, Himalaya, for giving us a ride out to the random like trailhead that we needed to go to. Yeah, so we hiked about 10 miles out, and we were gonna go a little further, but we found some really beautiful lakes that we'd been hearing about. So Blue Lake was really amazing. So we stopped there and had a swim. I blew up my mattress pad, my air pad, and floated around on that. So that was really fun. So it kind of took a long time there, and then hiked into Bear Lake where we camped, which was really beautiful. So we camped early, which was nice because I got to write some poetry and just kind of like lay down and look up at the sky. So a lot of times we're getting into camp pretty late nowadays because we're doing bigger miles. So it was nice to like get into camp early. So yeah, day 129, hiked into Trout Lake. So we hiked about 20 miles. And yeah, it was kind of a green tunnel of a day. Got some really great trail magic though from Ice Axe and Shirtless, and I think Chef was the other guy's name. So awesome trail magic. They had like buffs, and I got a pair of Darn Tough socks, and they had so much stuff for us. So thank you guys for the amazing trail magic. So yeah, after that, hiked into Trout Lake, and I wasn't originally gonna go there, but Calzone had a couple packages to pick up, and it was, I heard about the town anyway, and it sounded pretty awesome, so went in. It wasn't as, like, I thought there was going to be a grand lake and everything, but I didn't really see one, so I was a little disappointed by that, but had a place to sleep for the night. We just pitched our tents in a yard, but outside of the general store. But yeah, had some good food, and then headed out the next day. So day 130, hiked about 20 miles again, and had beautiful views of Mount Adams. It was like really gorgeous. There's a huge glacier on it too. So there was this one river yesterday. So this is yesterday. What was it called? Oh, Adams River. And we had a couple river crossings yesterday. So Adams River was really silty and rushing because it was like glacier water. It actually smelled kind of like sulfur too. So crossed that river yesterday, but I ended up like falling in. But it went as well as it could have gone. There were like two really skinny logs. Or yeah, I guess you could call them logs. So it was really hard to balance on them, and the river was kind of deep. So my trekking poles, I can't adjust my black diamond trekking poles to be longer. So I lost my balance trying to like find a spot to put my trekking poles like for balance. So yeah, I ended up like falling in to my waist. Luckily, my phone was still dry, but ended up having to just like, I basically forded the river and walked across after that. Luckily the current wasn't that bad, but it was just like, oh my God, I'm like soaking wet now. But I guess I tried to see it as I iced my legs. So they actually kind of felt good after that. And luckily my North Face pants that I was wearing, they're quick dry. So they dried in about an hour, and I just changed out my socks. So it was just kind of funny. But yeah, ended up camping in a really pretty area with like lava rock and a nice stream. So anyway, that's the beginning of week 19, and I will update you soon on the rest of the week. Update for week 19, days 131 through 133. So day 131, started hiking into the Goat Rocks Wilderness, which was really beautiful. Unfortunately, it was kind of rainy and foggy, so couldn't really see the whole expansive view, but luckily the wind was such that the clouds would kind of blow away, and I was able to see part of the view. No goats though. So fortunately kind of a rainy, cold day. And day 132, I'm going up this like ledge. Day 132 started off not so great, just because everything was still soaking wet and still freezing cold. So I actually wasn't in the best mood. Kind of got into a little funk that day, so wasn't having the greatest time until hiked into some beautiful view areas. So the day got a lot better. And so I hiked through most of the Goat Rocks that day and took the old snowy alternate, which I'll go into later with some footage, but don't necessarily recommend taking that. I felt like I was going to injure myself probably 10 times over in that section. So I would have stayed on the PCT if I could do it again. It would have taken 10 minutes to get through that section, where the old snowy route took about more than an hour because the descent was really quite steep and it was all loose rock and talus. So that's where it got kind of dangerous. And it really wasn't worth the risk, and the views weren't, I mean, it was basically the same view, just higher. So you still got great views from the PCT. So don't recommend taking the old snowy alternate if you're a PCT hiker. But anyway, did that. And then went on the Knife's Edge, which is kind of the famous area of the Goat Rocks Wilderness on the PCT. So beautiful. Definitely show you guys some footage of that. And ended up hiking into White Pass that evening. So I did probably like a 3-hour hike in the dark, which I don't necessarily like doing, but I really took my time through my gosh, I gotta catch my breath, through the goat rocks. So I kind of knew that was coming, the night hike. Hiked in and then had a Nero the next day, so day 133. Took a Nero and did chores and finally met up with our friend Stevie Wonder. He caught us and then we caught him. He passed us, so it was nice to reconnect with him and hike out with him too. So we hiked out to this lake. Apparently there were elk near, but I didn't see them. So all in all, a great, beautiful week. Kind of was in a funk for a little bit of it, but the views made up for that. So I will update you soon on week 20.
Is everybody stopping? All the no-boers? Are you stopping in Trout Lake?
I'm not.
No.
Fat Rat, just follow Fat Rat. She's got it down now.
I don't know. This is my first
You know,
time.
I have to ask, where do you get a name Fat Rat?
It's cause it's got layers to it, but
It's got layers
I
to
would
it.
just say I put on 12 pounds in the desert.
Good morning. Sorry, I'm eating something, but wanted to show you an example of how a day can turn around. So I'm in the Goat Rocks Wilderness right now, and it rained yesterday, and like last night, so it's freezing, and this morning everything was still wet and freezing, and kind of put one foot in front of the other kind of day. I didn't get a lot of sleep. My sleeping bag was wet, etc. So not the best morning, but then I'm trudging along, turn the corner, and see that. Instant mood booster. So I'm gonna keep on trekking through Goat Rocks, and I will show you the views. just finished the Old Snowy Mountain Trail. It's an alternate for the PCT in Goat Rocks Wilderness. And so I'll show you where that was up there. And then here is the actual PCT. So if you are a future PCT hiker, I don't know if I would necessarily recommend doing that. It's extremely steep, especially the way down. Like I almost slipped like 10 times, and it's very, very steep on either side, as you probably could see when I showed you. And really, even on the PCT, the views are amazing. So I'll show you, but really, it just gave you a higher view of everything. So if that's something that you value, I'd say go for it, but otherwise it just kind of wasted a lot of time. And I was not having fun on the way down or the way up. So just at the top. So anyway, I'm gonna show you the view right where the junctions meet. So there's where I came from, PCT, and then you can see the Goat Rocks there, Mount Rainier, and then I think that's Knife's Edge, where I'm going next. All right, on top of Knife's Edge, there's the trail. Show you the view. And there is where I came from. Gear update for week 19. First, I'm going to show you where I am because it's really beautiful. It's called Deep Lake. I'm actually having lunch here, so so yeah, a lot of great things in gear this week, and then one bad thing. So I'll start with the bad. My big Agnes copper spur tent, the zipper is starting to split when I zip it up from the inside, unfortunately. So when I go in to go to sleep, I have to like put my hand through to the outside and zip it up. So like the zipper doesn't split, and it's splitting on, I have like two zippers, one that's curved on like the outer door side, and then the bottom part that's flat. Both of them are splitting, so that's kind of an unfortunate thing. So I just decided if it totally fails eventually, I'll just tape it up for the rest of the trip and then maybe send it into Big Agnes for them to fix when I'm done with the trip. So unfortunately, that's a reality. Good news is I went to PCT trail days, and I got some things. So first, I'll show you, I don't know if you can see, and I'm sorry, my feet are kind of dirty, but I got some Bedrock sandals. So I really love them. They're a Vibram sole, and they're really easy to take off and put on. So great camp shoes, replacing my Walmart special $3 sandals. These are so much better because I don't have to worry about like if I get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night or whatever, or at a lunch break, just need to walk around in them. I don't have to worry about slipping and falling because the sole isn't great. I could even hike in these if I want. So they're a little heavy, but these days I'm adding weight because I like the convenience a little bit better, and I know I'm gonna finish the trail, or hope to finish the trail, and I don't think base weight is as big of an issue as I was thinking when I started. So added those, got some more rope from Z-Packs, the Z-Packs booth. They actually gave me rope for free, which is awesome of them. So thank you, Z-Packs. Excuse me, for bear hang. So I don't have a really long rope for a proper bear hang, so this will enable me to hang my food if I need to, which usually I don't, but if there's like critters around or there's word of a bear in the camp I'm staying at, I will hang. So that was really nice of them. What else? Oh, so I went to this booth called XPED, and I was asking around about pillows because my Hyperlight pillow was just like thrashed. So unfortunately I couldn't find a Hyperlight pillow, but they actually were only showing their display. So they make pads for they make pads, like sleeping pads, and they also had pillows. So I you know, I was interested in the pillows and was asking them about that, and they actually gave me one for free, so that was really nice of them. So thank you, XPED, for the free pillow. Excuse me, the free pillow. I'll keep you guys updated on how that's going. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the gear for this week. And I will keep you updated on next week on how these new purchases are going.